Hi everyone, it's Diana. My favorite memories of Uncle Bob were when Mom, Catherine, and I would travel, get to Mimi's house, and then we would go to Auntie Carmen and Uncle Bob's house. And as soon as we would get there, we would say hello, and then the cats would say hi as well. And then we would go to the kitchen, and there was a recipe and all of the ingredients ready to go. And then Uncle Bob would take his huge hands and create something so delicate and perfect, like custard and caramel. I remember how he put the sugar into the pan, and then all of a sudden there were flames, and then the flames disappeared, and then caramel was created. And as an 8 to 12-year-old little girl, I thought that was so special and so magical, and how he was able to create something like that with his bare hands made me think like he was a cooking deity or something like that, which is really, kind of what he was. And then I remember another time we visited and we made tacos, and I remember in the salsa there was a bit of jalapenos and it was a little bit spicy, and we were a bit worried that we weren't going to be able to eat it because it was too spicy. And then once everything was made and we put it all together, it wasn't spicy because the flavors canceled out, just as Uncle Bob said. And he was so right. Uncle Bob is such an inspiration, and how he was able to create such masterpieces of meals and food, and were able to create it with his bare hands. And everything he created was more perfect than what was on the recipe and what was on the page, and is something that is truly special from Uncle Bob. And of course, Auntie Carmen, you and Uncle Bob created Carbos, which is incredible, and you were able to think of it and then create it with your hands, and were able to have it running for decades. And it's a real inspiration and shows the willpower you and Uncle Bob had, and how incredible. And I'm sure Uncle Bob right now is cooking masterpieces and is creating all of these incredible things up in heaven. I can see it now, how he's using the clouds and the stars and maybe even black holes, and how he's probably creating masterpieces and probably cooking for everyone up in heaven. I'm almost certain of it. And I think Auntie Carmen and Uncle Bob's story is really inspirational, and I know it's one of the things that inspires me to go in the career path that I want to go into, because of how you're able to just see the vision in your head and then be able to create it is something that I really take big inspiration from when I'm over here. Uncle Bob was a great man, and the things he was able to create with his hands, and how charming he was, and how enchanting his laugh was, and so contagious. And I think heaven gained an incredible angel, and I know he'll be creating masterpieces. Yeah. Bye.